Okay, so I'm back. It's time to go over the syllabus. So please make sure you get the syllabus out so you can follow along. And if you're like, where do I find the syllabus? Well, here's the home page of Canvas. So go over to the left, click on syllabus, and you will find the syllabus for the spring 2023 semester. You can print this out if you wish. You can make the screen bigger by hitting these arrows right here, which I am going to do. So we have the full view of the syllabus. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit so it's easier for you to see. So obviously, spring 2023, these are the sections online. The contact information is my name, Mrs. Moody. You've got that. Zoom room, here it is. Okay, my email, Campus Inbox is actually the better way to go because it does give me notifications in my regular email. So just FYI. My mailbox location, it's the math building, MSE building, I should say, building 60 and room 215. And so office hours are Mondays and Wednesdays from 8:45 to 9:45 a.m. in the Zoom room right here. And if you have questions outside of office hours, I'll respond within 24 hours during the week. On the weekends, if you send me an email on Friday, you're probably not going to get a response till Monday. So please do not send me a second email going, hey, did you get my first email? Because that's just not going to work. So I'm just letting you know that. There's technical support if you're having a challenge with Canvas. All right. There is the tech support links, shall I say. The Online Learning Center can help you with questions on Canvas if you are having issues. Here is a link on how to use Canvas if you're not certain how to use Canvas, and a link on how to clear the cache on your computer in case it's like, hey, you need to clear the cache out. And you're like, what's that? Here's a link on telling you how to do it. Here are some important dates for the semester. All right, when classes begin, the 30th, which is a Monday, and you obviously know that because you're listening to the videos that I am making. When the last day is for refund, add classes, when the holidays are, when the last day to drop classes, when your final is. So please make certain you have that set in stone on your calendars. The required materials for this class. Obviously, you need an email account. You have that through the college. All right. The textbook is optional. All right. Because there's an ebook that's available through our homework program called My Math Lab. Now, some of you may be familiar with it, some of you may not be. Attendance obviously is very important. Now, you're like, how do you take attendance in an online class? Well, I take attendance based upon your work. Are you doing your homework? Are you doing the discussion questions, right? My role is to provide effective contact, and I do that via announcements. And on the first video I sent out with the tour of Canvas, I showed you how to enable your notifications. So please make certain you have those enabled because I do send out announcements. And if you don't have those notifications enabled, you don't know when I sent the announcements out unless you're checking your email on a regular basis. And most of you do, but some of you don't. And then you're emailing me like, I didn't get this. Well, or I didn't get this in time. Well, you need to make sure your notifications are set. DSS, Disability Support Services, if you are part of that group, part of that program, please make certain that you send me the necessary paperwork. Netiquette, I'm certain by now most of you have seen these. If you have not, just read them through at your leisure. There's classroom guidelines and classroom and misconduct based upon inappropriate behavior. Well, I had to put this in here because somebody did something somewhere, and so that's why they're in my syllabus. But I basically have one golden rule. You respect me, I respect you, and we're all good. Yes? Okay, moving on. Course description, course objectives. This is what you can expect to learn at the end of this class. So take note of it, as well as student learning outcomes. Tutoring, there is tutoring available online. There is tutoring available in person. The college offers both, so please make certain you take advantage of that. To enroll, here is the link. For more information on tutoring, here is the link. You can get together and have private, have study groups in the class. I have actually started a discussion question on that, so hopefully you have already responded to that and maybe made contact with some of the students who are interested in starting a study group. And if study groups don't work for you because your schedule is just too nutty, then there's also people that you can hire to help tutor you. So that's something else to look into if you need some assistance. Homework is done through an online program called My Math Lab. It is required and it is done through Canvas. Now, I have said in the video how to do this. I've said in my welcome letter how to do this, and I'm going to say it again. So you can purchase the program through Canvas, and you must purchase it through Canvas. There's no code for me to give you, so don't email me, hey, I want a code. No. Purchase it through Canvas. You click on My Lab and Mastering, which is a tab on the left. It opens a new window. This will open the licensing agreement when you're in the new window. Obviously, you need to accept the licensing agreement, otherwise you don't go anywhere. And then you just keep going from there. You'll need to input a debit or credit card, or if you want to buy the code from the bookstore, you can buy the code from the bookstore. They have that available as well. All right. No late homework is accepted. Homework is assigned each week, and it's worth 5% of your grade. Quizzes. We have quizzes for every section. They're also 5% of your grade. Discussions. There's discussions for each chapter. They're worth 5% of your grade. Exams. There are exams. They're 70% of your grade, and the final exam is worth 15% of your grade. Here is the grading scale. I do nothing funny. Normal grading scale. Oh, by the way, let me go back to final exam. I do drop the lowest test score. Actually, I'm going to go back one. Under exams, the very last sentence, the lowest score of the exams will be dropped before your average is finalized. By the way, the final exam does not count as a test score. In the final exam section, second line says, on the condition you've taken all of this tests or have missed one, the final will count as 15% of your grade. In case you have missed 2 or more exams, or you don't take the final, you get an F in the class. So just FYI, all right? So please make certain you understand that. Now, as I've mentioned also in the previous video, there is an honors overlay to this class. Is it mandatory? No, it's not mandatory. But if you are interested in taking it, you must email me your name as well as your student ID number. And I'll tell you in a moment the date that it's due to me, okay? But if you read the first paragraph, it'll tell you a little bit about it. In order to receive the honors notation on your academic transcript, you must have achieved at least a 90% average on your regular homework assignments and at least a 90% average on extending the concepts, which is the honors homework in Canvas. You'll see it. And you have to have at least an A or a B in the class, all right? As I mentioned here, if you're interested in taking this class with honors, then you need to email me your name and your student ID number. And you need to do so, when that just happened, I hit the wrong thing. And you need to do so by February 24th, which is the last Friday of February. Okay, so if you're interested in taking this class with honors, you need to email me your name and your student ID number by February 24th. I'll send that to the honors counselor. They will let me know if you qualify to take this class with honors. They need to verify a couple of things. Now, say you do qualify, you sign the honors contract, and then later in the semester something happens and your time is your time is in a crunch more than it was in the beginning of the semester, and something's got to give, and you're like, I just can't do the honors homework anymore. That's fine. It will not hurt your grade, so don't worry about that, okay? Because remember, you have to have at least a 90% on the honors homework to even receive honors credit. So again, don't worry about that. And if some of you are like, I don't want to do the honors homework, I don't want to be in the program for that, but I'm interested in just doing the honors homework for fun, well, then be my guest, do it for fun. See what it's like. It won't hurt your grade because it will count as 0% until the end of the semester for those people that are in the honors program and have received at least a 90% on regular homework, a 90% on the honors homework, and have an A or a B in the class. And then here is the approximate timetable for the semester. All right. Here at the last page is the course map for Canvas. So if you're wondering what each of these tab names mean, which I think most of you know by now, here is a description of them. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. If you need to go over this video again because you're like, I didn't understand part of this, then go rewind it. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side.